insurance did you say? What type of insurance are you selling?
I currently do life insurance, and I predominantly do Medicare Advantage programs for seniors. So I've been doing that 13 years. I work for a company called Humana Company.
That was what I do. You met.
I used to work for them.
Yes, I've been a broker, a lot of years worked for them directly the last 6 years.
Can you talk a little bit about balance as it relates to for principals?
Yes, definitely. I think that if I just had to say which one was most important out of the 4, of course I would say spiritual almost first, but that seems, but I'm not going to say that. That seems to be probably, but I know a lot of heathens do extremely well. So I wouldn't put that first. I'm saying to me, I would say personally, yes, but everybody don't go that route and they still do well, okay? So I would say emotionally, it's probably by far the first. I've done a lot of sales training, a lot of conversations with people that had it, didn't have it, people that started, people that's good. And the issue is most times procrastination and fear. Those 2 things stifle a salesperson. And we have to find out, why am I procrastinating and why am I scared? Most times I'm procrastinating because of fear. So I'm saying, why am I fearful? What is it just, and we can't say just rejection, that's too blanketed, okay? What is causing me to have rejection? No, I want to get hung up on, okay? So you make more calls, you get less hang-ups. So that's overcome that, the volume. I was talking about the numbers game, always numbers with sales. But if you're having the numbers and still having those type of issues and it's hurting you, then we have to heal those things. So inner healing is big. A lot of what I do with the teams that I train, I individually sit with them and always have a personal counseling session. Because if you don't get your mind together, even if you have a great month, that thing's going to come back. Have a great 6 months. You could be the person that won the whole 6-month award and do nothing the next 6 months because you couldn't get your emotions together. So I think that would be by far first. And probably second financial would be the mayor.
Talk about those 3, because it's 4 of them.
I did. I went over all 3, I went over 4. Okay.
What about a fear of success? You think that plays a role in it? Because,
I think there is no fear of success. I think that's a cop-out.
okay.
There is no fear of having money. Period. That's not even reality. The thing is that people that don't have success say that. I've never met a person, I know a lot of millionaires. A lot of them. Being made through sports and being in insurance, everybody knows. A lot of millionaires in insurance. Lots. So I'm saying y'all can be one. A lot of millionaires in insurance. Lots. Let me say this real quick before I answer that question again. When I was first doing insurance, back in 2002, this insurance got pulled out a stack of money. Oh, white got pulled a stack of money. Hey, young man, look at this right here. I'm like, man, no dope boys with that money. But anyway, I was like, okay, try to do the right way. Tell me how to get it. He was just saying that for every dollar spent, 60 cents on every dollar goes to some type of insurance. 60 cents on every dollar. You think everything we have in our lives, our glasses, our teeth, our bodies, I'm talking about our kids, our homes. I mean, there's insurance for everything. Our jewelry, everything has some type of insurance. The car insurance in Michigan is highest in America. So I'm saying we're in the right business, find your lane. But there is no fear of success. If a person tells you that, it's a cop-out. How would a person have a fear of gain?
Maybe a definition of success is different. You said something about the black community that kind of struck me.
It's a poverty mentality.
Right, there's a poverty mentality, and then you're living in this poverty mentality, and sometimes, I'm not saying me, but sometimes a person may feel that the people in the environment may treat them differently. It's almost like when you go to church. Like when you go to church and you become a Christian.
You're right. They're a different move.
Yeah, okay. But you know, it's just
move
like
to a better zip code. Never stop your success because of haterism.
That's it.
Never. They're going to be in that same spot 20 years later when you come back.
It's
Trying to
called
heal somebody that's
elimination
listen and stay
process.
there.
The elimination process.
There is no fear of success. There's only fear of failure. So people may say that because I don't want to even try, or I've tried and I've not succeeded. But it's okay to fail. If you fail, just try again and try again. People say that practice makes perfect. I don't believe that. Because I know a lot of people that hoops, play football, they pray every day and pray, still was whack into the season. So practice don't make perfect. Perfect practices continue perfection. Perfect practices continue perfection. You do it right the first day, the same thing over, you'll redundantly do the right thing. You do the wrong thing because you do it 100 times, just do the wrong thing. Practicing something is not the result of success. Or it's not the end all to success. Just practicing something. You gotta practice the right thing. We call practices habits. We practice overeating. We practice staying up too late. We practice over drinking. We call them habits, but we're practicing something. We're doing something over and over. That's what it's called. We sometimes limit that to sports and the training, but repetition things you're doing, you're practicing that. So we have to make sure that our habits, if we're not proper rhythm, we got to force ourselves. That's the last thing, another question, I won't take too much time, but you have to force yourself. If you all believe in the Bible, the greatest man written that wrote any books of the Bible was Paul the Apostle. He himself, could speak multiple languages, was a dual citizen, a Hebrew and a Roman citizen. His dad had hierarchies. He had all kind of powers, what I'm saying. It wasn't a regular NIGGA. Okay? And he himself said, I count all this wisdom, all these languages, all this power to be nothing, but the power that God gives me first. And then he said, to try to accomplish that, I can't do it. Everywhere I look, there's something wrong. Everywhere I look, it's evil. Everywhere I look, there's going to be somebody saying no. Everywhere I go, somebody hanging the phone. Everywhere I go, they're going to have the money. Everywhere I go, it's going to be there. But you got to buffet that down and go to the next house. You got to press it down, get in your car, cry. It's okay to cry. Just don't whine. It's okay to cry. It rinses the soul. Whining is unnecessary. It's a difference. No whining. Just crying. Men, for sure. Zero whining. No men should be whining. It's okay to cry. As a kid, I was told we couldn't cry. It's okay to cry. There's no whining. Sitting in it. But you have to buffet that down. If there are no more questions, then I'll just let that go. But you have to push that down by force.
Okay, that's what I'm sorry. So you mentioned practices. Like what would you say would be your major habit or practice that's made you successful?
Being
Your daily
consistent.
routine. Your daily practice.
Successful in what? Because it is very
In business.
In business?
In business.
Okay. In business, I would say getting out the bed early, period.
Mm-hmm.
Get out the bed and out of the house early. If you do that, you'll be successful. Because most wise people won't just wander around. You'll go and do business. You sit in the house, your mind will tell you 1,000 things I can do in the home. From the bed, from my couch. Get out of the house early. And wait till 1 o'clock. By that time, you're drunk, you're high, your boyfriend that came over, girlfriend that came over, you're on Facebook, your mind's diluted. You're tired. Day how I do it tomorrow. Early. Early bird gets the worm in the money.
Let me ask this, and you tell me if I'm going too personal, and we're
Yes,
going to wrap
yes.
it up. Knowing what you've known for as long as you've known, and me and you had this conversation the other night, but the real things that gave you the power to be able to step into the person that you were becoming, that you always knew you could, you said something about that you didn't know how to conquer your addictions.
Right, for sure.
Which are the distractions, which is one of the biggest thing that came with the transformation. Can you talk to us a little bit about this?
Most definitely, yes. All of us have some vice, some root that's holding us down from flying and soaring, okay? Whatever that is, you know it because it been bothering us as a child. I talk about something I got 14, it happened at 18, it happened, something that's been vexing me, that's been holding my person back. It could be lying, it could be drinking, it could be gambling, it could be sexing, it could be pornography, it could be just fighting, it could be violence, it could be depression, it could be inner things, it could be I'm hurt, it could be something that happened when I was a child. It's something that is we're holding. For one, let me say this, let the guilt go. You must let the guilt go. If I was a bad parent, hey, call the kid, gotta get over it. If I was a bad kid, call the parent, get over it. If I was a bad spouse, husband, mom, whatever I was bad at, bad agent, whatever, call and apologize, get over it. Let the guilt go. It could be sales guilt. I'm talking about the stuff you did personally. You could have last 6 months, not make the, you're holding that in your mind. It's over, that month's over, it's now January. I'm not, if I didn't make the goal in December, it's January. I got this month to make it. I got 27 more days left to knock it out of the box. So we have to let that go. And when it comes to our personal addictions, you have to fight, say, buffet that down. When things are a root problem, I believe they're possible to totally be eradicated and taken away. I also know for a fact that most people don't do that in their lifespan. It goes with the most of their life. Doesn't mean they can't be successful. I preach a sermon called A Midget with a Sock Gun. Meaning that if a midget walked in here right now, like let's fight him and knock him and smack him up, walked in here with a gun, I'm running out the back door, I'm jumping behind this thing. Because although he's small in stature, he has a gun. What am I saying? All of you who believe in God has a weapon, no matter your size. That means no matter your point of where you want to be, you got God. You win in the door. Not you win in the door and going out the back door. You win because you have assistance, because you have a permanent friend. If you don't believe in God, hopefully you have an advocate in your life. You have a mentor. You have accountability. You must have some human, some person you can see, or some person you cannot see, that's an advocate for your success. You have to have that. Because there's too many things that's knocking you down. And we're talking about fasting, really when it got to the addiction thing. Make sure that you are, a lot of people fast in January based in the church who just want to start the year right, cutting things out. Make sure you don't do what's holding you back. If it's smoking, don't try not to smoke. If food ain't your problem, don't just not eat because you still smoke cigarettes. Essentially, the thing you can't have a boyfriend over every day. You cannot eat and have sex hungry, is what I'm saying. Okay? Unless food is your vice, you can eat. You want to starve out the problem. People say not to eat because it puts you in such a mindset you can focus. By the time we fall asleep when we eat, it does things physically to our body that gets us distracted. So I'm not saying not to eat, but I'm saying that some people, that's their problem. They need to lose some weight. They may physically eat some things. But that's not why you're doing it. Try to starve out the problem. Try to starve out the problem. You have to starve it out because it's past, I'll say this last thing, please give me a question. It's past a practice. It's past a habit. It's now an addiction. Some people deal with possessions, okay? But we're talking about non-spiritual. It's an addiction. They're all kind of addictions. I see people that go to the liquor store gambling all day long, gambling $20, $30 a day. This gambling's an addiction. They can't stop doing this. So it's not just, we talk about sexual addiction so much, alcohol and gambling. There are a lot of things. Some people just can't stop daggone lying. Some people are addicted to just failing. Everything they do, they don't put the work into it. No fear. We win. Right now. I'll say this thing. There's a scripture in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That word now is capitalized, N-O-W. So I'm saying, if you're looking at that word, you're walking this way towards it. You see the N-O-W right now in our experience. It says this hope we have, we win. I walk forward. I now look back at that same word. I now see W-O-N.
We won.
Right now is what I'm saying. In this instant. Not tomorrow. Today. Did you feel that? You can have that this year. In this self-same year, you can have all your dreams accomplished. If you do like Nike and just do it. Thank you.
Give it up. Give it a hand.